What is up, guys, and welcome to yet another edition of my others. That's what I'm going to call it. That's the way I'm going to separate it. Today, on this beautiful Friday, we are once again going to hit up my decanter. And the thing about the decanter is it's been a process that's taken me months and months and months. The first time I reviewed the decanter, it was strictly bourbons that I had in there, and maybe a corn whiskey here and there. It was a product of about 12 to 14 different whiskeys that I had mixed up in there, blended. Now, the proportions were almost similar to where it was almost about a shot or so of each bourbon that I had in there. And you can find it, I'll post the link on the description so you can find it, or I'll post it on the end credits. Ever since then, I dove into the single malts, and this is what happened. Different proportions, right? So as I'm sipping and I'll do a review, after my review, I'll either dump it in there, or if I didn't do a review or I forgot to dump it in there, I'll dump the same amount. So about maybe just a little bit of what a Glencairn can hold at the bottom, which is equivalent to maybe anywhere between 1/3 to as much as half of a shot. 1/3 of a shot to half of a shot. Now, these were not equal on all different whiskeys that I put in there. And these include bourbons, the corn whiskey, single malts, all of that. Regardless of what flavor it had, it was going in there. So this is what happened though. After I got all the way to the top and I wanted to put in more single malts in there, whether peated or not, I had to bring it back down. And what I did is I sipped on it a little bit, almost halfway. Still, all the blends of those whiskeys that were in there, which was in the 20s or 30s at the time, were still in there because it was like a blended whiskey, you know? So some of the notes may not be there anymore, and some newer notes may be more, prevalent. So what I did is I continued to put single malts and bourbon in there, and now we are at the 50 mark. So my decanter has 50 whiskeys, different whiskeys all combined. But like I said, because of it going up and down, through time and all that, and sampling here and there, some of the previous notes may not be there or may not be as dominant as the newer notes that are on there, but all blended together have made up a 50 whiskey decanter. Let's check it out. Bam! So one thing that I like to do at least once a week is I'll grab the decanter, hold it nice and tight, and I'll turn it upside down a couple times. This allows the whiskeys to just blend with each other. So pretend I just reviewed a whiskey and I put it right on there on the top. I don't want it to just sit on the top or just kind of blend. It's liquids though, right? You would think that it all blends together. Still, rotating it from time to time will kind of make sure that that whiskey gets engulfed into the rest of the bottle, the rest of the decanter, so that it remains on there, whether you continue to sip on it and continue to add some of it, whether it be 1%, 20%, whatever is left of it is still in there when you come to review it. This one specifically has the following whiskey: Russell's Reserve 10-year, 1792 small batch, Elijah Craig small batch, Evan Williams black label, Woodford Reserve Maker's Mark cask strength, Wild Turkey, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, Jack Daniel's single barrel rye, Jack Daniel's single barrel select, Jefferson's Jack Daniel's rye whiskey, Highland Park Magnus, Highland Park 12th, Glenmorangie, Glenfiddich IPA, The Singleton 15-year, Woodford Reserve Double Oak, Lefroy 10-year, Ardbeg, Jefferson's Ocean, Traverse City Cherry Whiskey, Doc Porter's Bourbon, Conviction Whiskey, Buffalo Trace, Hellhound Whiskey, Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage, E.H. Taylor, Monkey Shoulder, Smith Bowman Small Batch, Knob Creek 90 Proof, Bare Knuckle Single Barrel Cask Strength, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Bare Knuckle Single Barrel Rye, Evan Williams 100 Proof Bottled in Bond, Gold Bar, Jeff DeCreed, Crown Royal Blender's Mash, Eagle Rare, Breckenridge Port Cask Bourbon, Blanton's, the Glenlivet 12th, the Glenlivet Founders Reserve, Basil Hayden's, Kilhoman Sanin, Bunnahabhain 12-year, Port Ascay 110 proof, Jim Beam Devil's Cut, Woodford Reserve Rye Whiskey, and Calumet. I know that's a long list, but nonetheless, let's open this baby back up. Oh man, So the most dominant whiskey that I've ever reviewed has always been a peated whiskey. And the fact that one of the last whiskeys that this had in here was an ash cake, 110 proof port ash cake. You smell it as soon as you go in there. It's not as strong though. You pick up those single malt notes of citrus, very floral, a little cigar, some of the smoked cheese, musty, leathery, grassy, salt water, rooty, dirty, almost muddy flavors, cherry, a couple hints of vanilla, maybe a little bit of honey, not so much brown sugar, and not so much maple syrup. So this is already telling me that the single malts have dominated this decanter, which is a good thing because single malts usually pack a whole lot more flavors than the bourbons do. But the peatiness is there, and it's not as potent, but it's there. It's a soft peat, so to the palate, the peat that you're picking up is very salty and briny, very smooth, no burn whatsoever. If you taste this, you should be prepared for salty, grassy, sweet notes to your palate, not cigar-like, and not necessarily smoked cheese, but still musty and leathery, and a couple hints of cherry as well. It's actually not bad at all. For someone who loves peat, this is amazing. And just like I said, very salty, briny, grassy, root-like notes that the peat is picking up because it's very dominant, just not too overpowering to the palate. Nonetheless, guys, if you guys like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know what you think I should review next, and also let me know if you think I should keep adding on to the decanter, maybe explore something else and play around with a couple little different recipes. I've had at one point I did mix a couple of the my capsules with 2 parts of one thing and 1 part of this thing, that kind of stuff, and some of the capsules were actually pretty good. Some were more bourbon dominant and some were more single malt or peat dominant, and I think mixing up, blending different whiskeys together is a great way to pick your own, do your own blend in your own decanter, which is my next project. I'm Ozzy. This is the 50 Whiskey Decanter, and this is bottled in Bond. Cheers.